And welcome into Dixie State University, Dusty Litster and Paul Larson, the president of Utah Swimming, with you for day 2 of the 2021 Speedo Swimvitational of the Universe.
Event 11, boys 100-yard backstroke, heat 1.
We've got a fun day ahead of us. Again, prelim final.
In lane 1, Reed Yost. Park City Swimming, lane 2, James Allen and Jeffco Hurricanes. Lane 3, Yad Hassan, Swimming in Jacks. Lane 4, Isaac Samps, BYUB Rays. Lane 5, Nathan Anderson, BYUB Rays. Lane 6, Jackson Bowler, Loveland Swim Club. And in lane 7, Ashton Krantz, City Swim Club.
Fastest seed time in this heat, 58.70.
So out first at the 50 is Yad Hassan from Seoul Swim Team in San Diego. Coming on is also lane 6.
Now, lane 6, that is Jackson Bullard out of Loveland. And it is going to be lane 3 taking this one. Yad Hassan going a 57.42 to start the morning.
We anticipate it'll take about a 55.8 to make it back to finals tonight.
E2.
So in the second heat, the fastest seat time.
Do you want to announce the names? Names.
In lane 1, Chad Duvon, Jasmine Harlow. Lane 2, Jeremy Hansen, Boulder Swimming. Lane 3, Jack Cohen, Sam Bauer. Lane 4, Grant Lindholm, Almaden, Riptide. Lane 5, Mason Lee, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Ethan Turr, Bluefin. Lane 7, Spencer Stowers. Lehigh Watts on lane 8, Spencer Vermont, Cash Valley Mullins.
And Mason Leach in lane 5 is out quickest at the 50 with a 25.87. All the rest of the field was at 27.
Again, 3 sessions again today. Gonna have a lot of fun. Coming in is gonna be lane 5, and that is Mason Leach.
54.34. That should be enough to make it back to finals tonight.
That's a 2-second drop for Mason.
55.46 for Ethan Cheer in second place at P2.
Again, another overcast day here in St. George. But as the sun comes out, we'll try to be ahead to try to get the shades drawn so you don't lose the visibility of the top lanes. As beautiful as that wall of windows are, it is really difficult, for you at home to be able to see everything when that sun peeks through. You know, the old thing they used to run in St. George. If you went to St. George and it wasn't sunny, you got free gas. You're going to win a lot of gas this weekend.
In lane 1, Zachary Wells, Otac. Lane 2, Sean Honey, BYU Rays. Lane 3, Bryce Crawdad, Lehigh Quads. Lane 4, Jacob Ricky, Fish Market. Lane 5, Josh Scallon, BYU Rays. Lane 6, Charles Fleming, Dart Swimming. Lane 7, Peter Escola, Hillsborough. Lane 8, Kenneth Rupp, Ready Swimming.
So lane 4, Jacob Reese is the 3rd fastest seed. So this is our last 3 heats of circle seated, championship style.
And in comes Ricky. Best time at 54.74 or 57.4, 51.72 here. So nice swim there by Jacob.
So with 2 heats remaining, we already have 11 swimmers that have been 55.8 or better.
Heat 4.
And I know, I feel like now I seem old. And you have to tell me. the only, the preeminent, I think of men's backstroke, I only think of Aaron Pearsall. And now it's weird, that makes me feel old, because I used to be the young guy.
Well, Ryan Murphy is the backstroker to beat today. Although Ryan Lochte had a good meet this week in an international meet in Florida earlier this week. He got first in the IM and the backstroke.
In lane 1, Luke Johnson, Otac. Lane 2, Jackson Tuller, Cass Valley Marlins. Lane 3, Cam Barney, Lehigh Quads. Lane 4, John Gallo, Las Vegas Hoopla. Lane 5, Ethan Brown, Lehigh Quads. Lane 6, Isaac Wells, Otac. Lane 7, Richard Smith, Lehigh Quads. And in lane 8, Daniel Tote, Bluefin.
So John Gallup from Las Vegas Swim Club seated with a 50 point out in a 23.92, over a second ahead of the rest of the field. So we anticipated he would win this heat easily. Still a close race for second and third in the heat. Gallup in at a 49.60, a new best time for Gallup.
And he was in a groove, wasn't he?
So 7 out of the 8 swimmers all with 55.3 or better.
Heat 5.
I just didn't see if Max Woodbury goes after it. Seeing Gallup go sub 50.
Woodbury seated with a 49.51.
In lane 1, Tanner Harmon. BYU Rays, lane 2, Gavin Ina. Chap, lane 3, Gage Tobiasen. BYU Rays, lane 4, Max Woodbury. Hillsborough. Lane 5, Aaron Sands. Chap, lane 6, Brandon Blackwood. Lehigh Aquatics, lane 7, Trevor Staker. BYU Rays, and in lane 8, Tyler Spencer. Lehigh Aquatics.
So Woodbury only out in a 25. He appears to be in more of a cruise mode, and Gage Tobias and BYUB Rays lane 3 taking the lead. So Woodbury, unless he really brings it on here, and he had a great underwater third turn and doing enough to win the heat.
Timing was impeccable. That was a fun 25 to watch there from Woodbury. It goes at 51.85.
Yeah, it's like he was
wall.
toying with Gage. Nice swim for Gage. Gage had a 52.37, a new best time. But Woodbury cruised the first 50, went 25, followed by 26.
It was almost like, hey, I'm seeing you're going all out. I'll show you.
Okay, enough of this. And so it appears that it took a 55.65 to make it back to the top 24.
So now we'll go to the 200 freestyle. So I have 3 swimmers in this first heat.
Event 13, the 200-yard freestyle, heat 1. In lane number 3, Max Morley, Sousa, and in lane 4, Tanner Dodds, Cedar Swim Club.
And it's going to be in lane 3 there, Max Morley, best time of 2:01. And Morley a little under that pace.
These swimmers love to break 2 minutes for the first time. They have the 200 free as a bonus event. The first and second heaters, all bonus swimmers. Swimmers that didn't have the qual time in the 200 free but had it in another event and are using this as their bonus event. The qual time for this meet for the 200 freestyle is a 1:51.59.
And coach wanted Tanner Dodds, a 16-year-old, to pick it up.
Yes, Coach Kirsten McCoy there on the side of the pool, along with Morley's coach, Sean King, both on the far side of the pool. So we have big drops, 153 and 154, best times for both.
An 8-second drop there from Morley and a 6-second drop for Dodds.
Lane 5, Colin Vassallo, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Braden Scott, Lehigh Aquatics. And in lane 7, Vincent Garatano, Bluefin.
So after the first 50, that's lane 6. Braden Scott from Lehigh Aquatics out.
Now look out in lane 2. Trying to pick it up as well. And that's McCormick McShane out of Jeffco. And also picking up in that last 25 in lane 7, Vincent Garantano. Well, it's between lane 2 and lane 6.
Well,
down the stretch, and
so
looks like Braden
Scott.
still
Scott in 6, still maintaining the lead going into the last 50.
So here comes Braden Scott with a 149.67, McShane with a 151.26, and Garatano at a 151.40.
So a nice drop for Scott. We do anticipate it will take about a 146, 146 mid, 146.3 maybe or better to make it back to the finals tonight.
Heat 3. In lane number 1, Darren Seahorn, Hillsborough. Lane 2, Joseph Leptop, Boulder. Lane 3, Jackson DeVos, Cache Valley Marlins. Lane 4, Ada McDonald, Hillsborough. Lane 5, Chase Gian Denoto from Loveland. Lane 6, Donovan Burke, Almaden Riptides. Lane 7, Tanner Beck, Sandpipers. And in lane 8, Kenneth Rupp, Reading Swim Team. Our official times for event 11, the boys 100-yard backstroke. Alternates, Spencer Stowers and Jeremy Hansen. In the C final, Jack Bolam, Kenneth Rupp, Ethan Cherb, Bridger Smith, Daniel Toth, Trevin Staker, Cam Barney, and Gavin Ina. In the B final, Peter Escola, Mason Leach, Isaac Wells, Sean Honey, Jackson Tour, Tanner Harmon, Aaron Sams, and Josh Scavlin. In the A final, Brandon Blackwood, Charles Fleming, Bryce Broadhead, Ethan Brown, Gabe Tobiason, Max Woodbury, Jacob Rickey, and the basketball by time, John Gallup. Gentlemen, it is 8:22. It is 8:22. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
So in this Heat 3, It's a close race there between, in 5, Gian Denoto and DeBose. And it is the swimmer from Loveland, Chase Gian Denoto, in with a 147.36. That may, we're still thinking it's going to take a 146 to make it back tonight. We do have 11 heats. But a nice swim for Chase, a 3-second drop, and also Jackson DeBose with a 3-second drop. He goes at 147.93.
Heat 4. In lane 1, Sebastian Rona, Park City Swimming. Lane 2, Adam Sinclair, Swim Utah. Lane 3, Dallas Schimbeck, Sousa. Lane 4, Max Carlson, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 5, Ryan Meyer, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Ryan Wood, South Davis Aquatics. Lane 7, Riley Clinton, Sandpiper. And in lane 8, Nathan Dutton, Hilltop Aquatic Swim Team.
Fastest seat time in this one. Everyone at a
So-
150 with a 150.32. Max
So-
Carlson from Las Vegas, the 14-year-old. Right now it is lane 5 and lane 6. Ryan Meyer and Ryan Wood.
Out in front is Clinton from Sandpipers, out in a 51. His best time also. Everyone's best time here is a 150, as Dusty mentioned.
Riley's right in my blind spot.
So Clinton continues to lead with a 50 left to go. Close race for second between lanes 5 and 6, followed by lane 4. That's Carlson from Las Vegas. But it's so Clinton's going to be in with the best time for sure. Riley Clinton with a 145.94, a big drop for him. Ryan Wood, South Davis, also under 150 with a 149.96. Nice swim there.
Stopped it by Clinton.
Heat 5.
In lane.
In lane number 1, Kieran Leatherwood, Hillsborough Swim Team. Lane 2, Cole Albrecht, Fish Market. Lane 3, Bryson Schmidt, Dart Swimming. Lane 4, Patrick Less, Hilltop. Lane 5, Sean Honey, BYU Rays. Lane 6, Eric Chamberlain, South Davis. Lane 7, Jonah San Gabriel, Dart Swimming. And in lane 8, Julian Mosley, Roadrunner.
So at the 100, it's lane 6, that's Chamberlain, Eric Chamberlain from South Davis. His best time's a 1:49, but out in a 51. He appears prepared to go much quicker today. Sean Honey next to him in lane 5. So,
And now in lane 5, picking it up.
Honey and Chamberlain on pace to go 1:47s. Chamberlain with just a slight lead. Honey trying to catch him. But it's going to be Chamberlain to the wall in a 1:47.32 and a 1:47.64 for Honey. Both best times at 2-second drop.
So a nice swim by Chamberlain and Honey. But much like we saw yesterday, the way they broke the meet out, we're not in any rushes. It's a Sunday stroll in St. George on a Friday.
Heat 6. In lane number 1, Aiden Salzberg, Fish Market. Lane 2, Dylan Covington, Boulder Swimming. Lane 3, James Crowder, Portland Aquatics. Lane 4, Kenyon Jolly, Las Vegas Superboat. Lane 5, Skylar Kinney. Unattached lane 6, Kyle Patine, Hillsborough. Lane 7, Bridger Nielsen, Chat. And in lane 8, Isaac Ridge, Fish Market.
So it's lane 7. That's Bridger Nielsen from Cottonwood Heights in the lead after the first 50. All of the swimmers in this heat have a 1:49 low as the best time. Coach Todd Ethering liking what he sees from lane 1 out in a 50 point. So it's lane 7 followed by lane 1. That's Aiden Salisbury.
Salisbury out strong. Again, lane 7, Bridger Nielsen.
The swimmer from Boulder. That's Dylan Covington in lane 2, going by Salisbury. But Nielsen has been in the lead from the beginning of this heat and holds on. He comes in at a 147.13, followed by Covington 147.70, and Salisbury in third.
So
we've had just one swimmer under 147 thus far. That's Clinton Riley from Heat 4 at a 145. We still anticipate it'll take a 146 mid to make it back to finals.
Heat 7. In lane number 1, Daniel Tope, Movement Aquatics. Lane 2, Austin Partridge, Chat. Lane 3, Caleb Quinn, Hilltop. Lane 4, Brandon Burnham, Chat. Lane 5, Ethan Baker, Chat. Lane 6, Caleb Nashman. Ahmed Riptide. Lane 7, James Richter, Fish Market. Lane 8, Davis Miller, Hilltop.
Got a tight pool coming in this turn. And it's going to be lane 7. That's Richter with Fish Market.
So lane 7's been a lucky lane this morning.
All right, now it's lane 3, 4, 5, and 6.
In 6 is Nashner. Caleb from Riptide.
In lane 3, Caleb Wynn out of Hilltop. Gonna have the lead coming into the final 25.
Caleb always comes back strong in his 200 IM, is consistently 27 or better in that last 50. So here, 146.90 with a 26 split on his last 50. So the heat winner, Caleb's happy with a more than 1 second drop. His best time previously was 148, now went to 146. In this next heat, you may want to keep an eye on lane 1. Jacob Eccleston. If his seed time's a 147, but if you can go a 153 in the IM, I'm telling you, you're going to go faster than a 147. And he did go 153 last night.
So we move along now to heat 8 of 11.
Although Eccleston may have chose not to swim the 200 free. That appears to be the case.
In lane 1, Jacob Eccleston, Loveland Swim Club. Lane 2, Andrew Mehat, Hilltop. Lane 3, Cooper Malone, Loveland. Lane 4, Colton Agdepa, Reading. Lane 5, Alexander Graham, Loveland. Lane 6, Austin Metzler, Jeff Hurricanes. Lane 7, John Christ, Las Vegas Swim Club. And in lane 8, Roy Clark, Las Vegas Swim Club.
The 400 IM is coming up next, so I'm sure that's why Eccleston's not there. Out first is Chris from Las Vegas.
Well, if the PA guy would look at the lane, he'd see that.
So lucky lane 7 is going fast again. Out in a 49 for Chris. The 16-year-old John Chris from Las Vegas.
So lane 6, lane 7, Metzler and Christ.
Lane 6 coming on strong.
And it's Austin Metzler just getting ahead of Chris there at a 143.77. Chris at a 144.39.
So nice times there. First and second should pass through, and that 146.13 from Roy Park in lane 8 in third place in the heat, that is likely to make finals also. We're now down to our final 3 heats, so we now have the circle seated with the third fastest seed time will be in lane 4 of this next heat. So going into this final 3 heats, we have 4 swims that are at a 146.1 or better.
Heat 9.
Baylor Lewis in lane 8 also not swimming.
In lane number 1, Isaac Vaughn, UAB Rays. Lane 2, Owen Carlson, Las Vegas. Lane 3, Hayden Gufron, dark swimming. Lane 4, Landry Hill, Lehigh Aquatics. Lane 5, Jacob Rickey, Fish Market. Lane 6, Elijah Curry, Hillsborough. Lane 7, Adrian Clement, Portland. And in lane 8, Baylor Lewis, Loveland.
Baylor's also a declared false start, decided to hold off and just swim the IM. So the 2 Loveland swimmers that are great individual medley performers are holding off for that individual medley coming up next. In lane 3 at the 100, that's Hayden I had it right this morning, and now I can't say it. Gouffron.
Yeah, Gouffron.
So apologies to Hayden's family.
There's ones you get right, like Gian Donato, and then you go to say them, and then
it just doesn't roll off. But Hayden having a great swim. He had that 200 butterfly last night. So out in a 114 with a 50 to go. So Hayden from Dart Swimming, he's on track for a 139, maybe a 140.
A nice swim there by Gouffron, a 140.67.
Clement from lane 8 in second with a 144, just ahead of Landry Hill with a 144.07.
As we now get ready to head to the second to last heat of the 200. The longest of the short course days. I'm sure I'm probably a little inaccurate.
Same today and tomorrow.
Right there, right?
Yeah.
Besides the 500, it's only long distance one and the mile that we're missing.
Yeah. So we've got 5 heats of 400 IM today and 7 heats of 500s tomorrow.
In lane number 1, Spencer Rodeo. Dart swimming lane 2, Easton Smith Fish Market. Lane 3, Carter Ruthman. Loveland, lane 4, Daniel Detchen. Chap, lane 5, Trevin Snaker. BYU Rays, lane 6, Benjamin Seeley, Hillsborough. Lane 7, Kristen Johnson, unattached. And in lane 8, Logan Brown, Fish Market.
And it's Carter Ruthven from Loveland out in a 23 for first 50, leading from lane 3.
And if it's not a Ruthven or a Eccleston, is there a Loveland swimmer in the pool? It has been impressive.
Loveland's been quite dominating in both the women's and he's clearly been competitive in the men's too. So, but Danny Detchen catches him on that second 50, so they're right even now. We'll see what Danny does on his third 50. Danny's best time is a 140. He'd love to improve upon that.
And Danny catches the
He'd like
eyes.
to see a 139. He'd love to see that 3 in the second number in his time on the board.
Danny's put a lot of work. First time in a while that he's not been on taper.
So, Detchen not quite on track for sub 140 here in prelims, but
Just needs to put in that time for tonight. And Detchen comes in at a 142.20.
nice swim for Danny, followed by Ruthven in 3, 144, and then Merodio from Davis Swimming in 3rd.
Well, and since
That
this is-
heat was a little slower, only 2 people under 146, or 3 under 146.9. So that was a slower heat than what we anticipated.
and of course, it's being a Utah swimming event. Danny Detchen, the senior rep.
Yes, Danny is a scholar athlete and a great leader. He's the senior athlete representative for Utah Swimming, very involved in swimming. And It's great to see these swimmers swim fast, but also out of the pool, their strong leadership skills among their peers. As Danny prepares for his senior year next year, and then for be interesting to see which college choices he makes, and I'm sure he'll be a student athlete there.
Heat 11. Lane 1, Elijah Whitney, UAB Rays. Lane 2, Keanu Lee, Lupin. Lane 3, Kenneth Suyan Toro, Hillsborough. Lane 4, Tanner Nelson, UAB Rays. Lane 5, Reese Winter, unattached. Lane 6, Grant Gibbs, Sousa. Lane 7, Talon Coons, BYU Rays. And in lane 8, Ethan Brown, Nehemiah Aquatics.
So Nelson in lane 4 has got a quick turnaround today, choosing to swim both the 200 free and then the 400 IM. There's just 4 heats of 400 IMs before his 400 IM prelim. Trying to ride there next to Nelson is Reese Winter. Reese, a very experienced swimmer. He's going to ride that wave for all it's worth. Tanner out in a 48. His best is a 137. Tanner on track for about a 140.0. Our fastest time thus far was from Hayden Gruffon.
Then comes Nelson. Tanner
139.85. So Tanner will be seated first tonight. A nice swim, 142.32 for Reese Winters. And third place in the heat was Gibbs from Sousa. Last 2 heats not quite as fast as what we thought they may be, so it appears that if you win a 146, you're going to make it into the final. And there's going to be a few 147s also. So Tanner will go swim a little easy to get ready for his forthcoming Heat 5 of the 400 individual medley. Expect that he'll have just over 20 minutes between events.
And he's certainly putting himself to work.
Well, he's got to get used to those quick turnarounds. Be different swimming in college next year for Tanner, as several of these swimmers will be transitioning from high school swimming into college swimming.
Event 15, the boys, 400-yard IM, Heat 1. In lane 3, Dominic Toth, Lupin Aquatics. Lane 4, Tanner Beck, Sandpipers. And lane 5, Aiden Winter, Swim Utah.
So we had Reese Winter in lane 5 in the previous heat. Now younger brother Aiden Winter in lane 5 swimming the 400 individual medley. All 3 of these swimmers seated with a 429.
Now in the butterfly. This backstroke, it's Tanner Beck. The lead, he and Toth, both 16-year-olds. Winter, a 15-year-old. Of course, Sandpipers, those not familiar, one of the largest swim teams in the country.
Yes, they Sandpipers, one of the top 10 teams in the country.
And the national team on, we joke around and say on tour, but
well, doing some altitude training
before heading to Florida.
Yes.
So why not come swim where they feel like they can barely breathe, and go to Florida where you feel like all you're doing is taking in deep air.
But
Michael Kinross have been here the first couple days. He's now up in Cedar City where they've been training. And again, still lane 4, lane 3 with Beck and Toth. But Toth starting to take the lead here in the breaststroke.
so at a 320 with the freestyle to go, should be able to get a best time.
So now final down and back here for Dominic Toth and Tanner Beck. Everybody see with a 429. And it'll be Dominic Toth dropping some time here, as Toth will come in at a 4:19, a drop in 10 seconds.
So just under a minute for the freestyle leg there. So a nice swim by Dominic Toth. All three swimmers having a best time in Heat 1.
Heat 2. In lane number 1, Luke Garstin, Olympus Aquatics. Lane 2, Alex Giannelli, Fish Market. Lane 3, Oscar Corrales, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 4, Bryce Lamb, Sandpipers. Lane 5, Nathan Moyer, Hilltop. Lane 6, Chandler Iyer, Hilltop. Lane 7, Isaac Ridge, Fish Market. And in lane 8, Nate Bjornstad, Untapped.
So out quick on the butterfly is lane number 3. That's Austin Perales from Las Vegas. Did they not? This would. What? That was already.
Official times for the 200-yard freestyle. Alternates, Chase Giandonoto and Logan Brown. In the C final, Trevin Stanker, Eric Chamberlain, Isaac Bond, Richard Nelson, Ethan Brown, Talon Coons, Caleb Wynn, and Spencer Meronio. In the B final, Grant Gibb, Jacob Rickey, Alexander Branham, Roy Park, Elijah Curry, Riley Clinton, Owen Carlson, and Carter Richmond. In the A final, John Christ, Landry Hill, Adrian Clement, Austin Metzler, Reese Winter, Daniel Detchin, Hayden Gouffron, and the fast qualifying time, Tanner Nelson. Gentlemen, it is 9 o'clock. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. Again, it's 9 o'clock. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch.
Because one of them will drop down.
Well, probably won't have to do this unless somebody scratches, but this will have to be swum off unless there's scratches. I'd say there was a tie for the first alternate. As of now, a swim off is required.
And Joe, I want to correct something on that 200-yard freestyle. It appears there is a swim off needed for the alternate position. So Chase Giandonoto and Logan Brown, as of right now, there will be a swim off for the first alternate position. Again, first alternate position swim off between Chase Giandonoto and Logan Brown.
So Perales still leads.
Event 11, the 100-yard backstroke is now closed. There have been no scratches in the top 24 positions. Again, there are no scratches in the top 24 positions for the 100-yard backstroke.
What? Yeah. So Perales with the 50 to go. We anticipated it will take about a 4:23 to make it back to finals tonight. Perales just ahead of lane 5. That's Nathan Moore from Hilltop. And it's Perales at a 4:20.72, just ahead of Moore, 4:21, and a 4:24 from Iyer from Hilltop also.
So now head to heat 3.
Heat 3. In lane 1, Logan Brown, Fish Market. Lane 2, Riley Clinton, Sandpipers. Lane 3, Julian Mosley, Roadrunner. Lane 4, Cooper Malone, Loveland Soup Club. Lane 5, Jackson Greenwood, OTAC. Lane 6, Julian Champlin, Bolton Swimming. Lane 7, Peter Escola, Hillsborough. And in lane 8, Jordan Evans, Las Vegas Soup Club.
And at the first 50 of fly is Jordan Evans in lane 8, the 15-year-old from Las Vegas Swim Club in the lead. Very close to lane 3. That's three and 6. So Clinton from Sandpipers, followed by Mosley, then Champlin in lane 6. With the backstroke, it appears Jordan in lane 8 increasing his lead.
How about this in lane 8, lane 3. Evans out strong here. Evans' best time a 4:23.53. Does it? Anyone will tell you that breaststrokes first going to come into.
Yes.
Find out, where are you?
So still a close race. Jordan Evans with a slight lead, but actually Mosley just touches a 1/10 of a second ahead from lane 3 through the Roadrunner aquatic swimmer.
And also look out in lane 2 as well. That's Riley Clinton from Sandpipers.
So but Jordan Evans was able to hold on, but it's Malone in lane 4 that's coming on strong, had the fastest split, had a 34, Evans had a 35, and everyone else was a 37 or more for their breaststroke split. So it's Malone who's coming, trying to take the lead. He's just passing Evans with a faster breaststroke. So Evans now in second with Malone in the lead from lane 4 with an even better split of a 34 flat. A 3-second differential on that second 50 of breaststroke. Malone over 3 seconds faster than the rest of the field for the second 50 of breaststroke. And that's what did it. Lane 2 coming on strong in the freestyle. That's Clinton from Sandpipers.
Yeah. Did you see Malone pick it up in lane 4? How about this Loveland team just had a terrific first couple of days.
Yes. So Cooper Malone trying to hold on, but here comes Riley Clinton from Sandpipers. Malone's in with a 4:15, A 4:15.95 for Clinton, and then Evans with a 4:18, all best times.
And now heat 4.
Heat 4. In lane number 1, McCabe Larson, BYUB ratings. Lane 2, Martin Johnson, Loveland. Lane 3, Caleb Phelan, BYUB ratings. Lane 4, Baylor Lewis, Loveland. Lane 5, Andrew Raycomb, Kepco Hurricanes. Lane 6, Austin Metzler, Kepco Hurricanes. Lane 7, Zachary Gray, Hillsborough. And in lane 8, Easton Smith, Fish Market.
So Baylor Lewis in lane 4. We know he's got a strong IM. His best time is under 4 minutes at 3:58.89. His breaststroke is phenomenal. So you need to stick with him close. Larson out in a 56.78. That's a bit fast for him in a 100 fly, but we'll take it. So it's Baylor Lewis in 4, followed by Caleb Freeland. Caleb, strong butterfly backstroker, has a nice breaststroke as well as freestyle. Trying to stick with Lewis, but Lewis increasing his lead. So it's Lewis, Phelan in 3. Lane 5 is Rabgum from Jeffco, and then Larson in lane 1. Although lane 6 is moving up, that's Austin Metzler from Jeffco. So the two Jeffco swimmers in 5 and 6.
You see this pool is quite spaced out. Been different from what we've seen from most of things today.
Yeah. So now, Lewis out in a 154. Let's keep that in mind for the next heat.
So now to the breaststroke. You're seeing that stroke rate pick up in lane 2. Martin Johnson.
So Johnson, another Loveland swimmer. Larson in 1, trying to come into contention.
It is Lewis,
Nice.
way spaced out. Battle for second and a battle for third.
So Lewis way out ahead. We're interested to see what his overall split is on the breaststroke. It appears that he split a 105, so a nice breaststroke 100 there. So under 3 minutes. So very close for second.
And it's going to be Baylor Lewis coming in. His best of the final 50.
So his best time is a 3:58. He's going to go better than that here in the prelims this morning. As we said, he chose to declare false start and not swim the 200 free just before this event to focus on the 400 individual medley today. And he appears focused. In at a 3:55.96, nice morning swim for Baylor Lewis.
And Baylor just throwing down the gauntlet a little bit.
For the next heat, Refcom in at a 4:07. Larson at a 4:17, which will push through the finals fine. All of this heat at a 4:24 or better. I think that 4:24 is going to be about right on the time needed to make it back to finals. We just have one heat remaining.
So we had that fifth and final heat of the 400 IM. And then we'll go to the butterfly before a 15-minute break, and then the medley relay. It's another fun day here at the 2021 Swimvitational of the Universe, brought to you by Utah Swing. Dusty Litster, Paul Larson with you. We'll be here for the next two sessions. The girls come up this afternoon and then finals tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, back here on Saturday and Sunday with the mile.
So
Mike Werner, the director of this meet, he promised me to be done by 11 on Sunday.
you will be.
He's been right so far.
In lane number 1, Russell Raymond Gavino, Rufin. Lane 2, London, UAB Rays. Lane 3, John Gallo, Las Vegas, Swim Club. Lane 4, Tanner Nelson, UAB Rays. Lane 5, Jacob Eccleston, Loveland. Lane 6, Charlie Simmons, Fish Market. Lane 7, Lucas Field, Fish Market. And in lane 8, Joshua Day, Hilltop Aquatics.
This is going to be a fun heat. We have Tanner Nelson in 4, but we have Jacob Eccleston, that breaststroke phenom, in 5, so he'll be there to push. And John Gallup, also a great swimmer from Las Vegas Swim Club, in 3. Eccleston also skipped the 200 free to focus on the 400 individual medley. Kind of a half stroke coming into the wall there for Tanner, but the butterfly out in a 52. Remember, Baylor Lewis, his first half of the race was a 154, but he had that outstanding 105 point split for the breaststroke. Going a 105 in the middle of the 400 IM, that was a good split. Tanner also is going to be at a 154 at the end of the backstroke, it would appear. Just ahead of that at a 153.2. He negative split his backstroke. He was a 30 and then a 29. So his second 50 of backstroke. Very controlled, like he wanted it. Expect Tanner will go sub 4 minutes. His best is a 3:53. He's not going to go that this morning. I think he'll go just under. So a 33.0 for his first. Notice Eccleston had a 32.6 first 50 at breaststroke split. So a race for second between Gallup and Eccleston. Eccleston now taking over with the breaststroke ahead of Gallup.
And there's Tanner coming off that breaststroke.
So Nelson within a few tenths of what Baylor Lewis was. So he's going to be a similar time, which means we're going to have a dandy of a final tonight. Looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. Again, we'll be into the butterfly next. And then the medley relay is Tanner Nelson. Well into first, not pretty defined here.
So
Eccleston behind him.
It's going to be close. Tanner's on track for a 3:56. We'll see if he picks it up this last 10 yards. .355.98, and Baylor Lewis went a 3:55.96. They are going to qualify within 2 100ths. So qualified within 2 100ths, and actually very similar times. Tanner's first 200 was 1 second faster. Baylor's breaststroke was 1 second faster, and they both had the same freestyle. What that means is it's going to be a fun race. They'll be pushing each other tonight. Great swims across the board. Eccleston comes in with a 4:03, which is a best time for him. He could go sub 4 minutes, and Gold just off his, John Gallup just off his best time with a 4:06.
So now we'll transition to the 100-yard butterfly.
Event 17, 100-yard butterfly, heat 1. Lane 1, Jacob Meyer, Hillsborough. Lane 2, Carter Long, Hilltop. Lane 3, Jacob Hewlett. Reading switching. Lane 4, Jackson Drop, Jeffco. Lane 5, Jake Wilson Goodwin, Portland. Lane 6, Cody Chappie, Park City. And lane 7, Wade Ogden, Hilltop.
Fastest qualifying time in this first heat of 56.71.
All of these swimmers are bonus event swimmers. The qual time is a 56.09. Although they most all broken a minute before, they'd like to see a sub 56. To make it back to finals tonight, we're expecting it's going to take a 53.5 or better.
For lane 3 and lane 6. It'll be Thulin coming in with a 55.09 and Chaffee at a 55.24. Dropping some time there. It's 3 seconds for Jacob Thulin.
Heat 2. Lane 1, Valentino Montegrande, Bluefin. Lane 2, Tyson Parker, Cashon Marlins. Lane 3, Kieran Leatherwood, Hillsborough. Lane 4, John Christ, Las Vegas Club. Lane 5, Evan Baker, ULA. Lane 6, Russell Raymond Gavino. Lane 7, Bryson Schmidt. Start swimming, end of lane 8, James Tobiason, BYU Rays.
So it's a close race between 3 and 4. John Christ in 4, Kieran Leatherwood from Hillsborough in 3. Lane 5 also there, that's Evan Baker. Unattached Loveland. So coming to the wall. And John Christ holds on with a 53.16. Best time there by 2.5 seconds.
And how fast again, bring me to beat?
About a 53.5. So I think that 53.16 will pass through. We have a 53.42 and a 53.54. So it's going to be really close to those times. We have 3 heats to go, and we're expecting about a 53.5 is what it takes. So I think Christ is in. Baker and Leatherwood still on the bubble with 3 heats remaining.
So now to heat 3.
Heat 3. Lane 1, Connor Orr, Coleman and Ringsides. Lane 2, Jeremy Hansen, Boulder Swimming. Lane 3, Ethan Scher, Bluefin. Lane 4, Owen Carlson, Las Vegas Club. Lane 5, Keenan D'Souza Chen, Boulder Swimming. Lane 6, Mason Leeds, Hillsborough. Lane 7, Ogden Riley, BYU Rays. And Lane 8, Devin Devon, Cashon Marlins.
So out first is lane 1. That's Connor Orth. I think I said there's 3 heats remaining. We actually have a total of 9 heats. This is just heat 3 in the water now.
I missed my first opportunity to correct you ever.
Oh, I make many.
You know, we say this is day 2. We were here for the time trials. Of course, anybody who's watching this probably watched since Wednesday night, for the most part anyway. But we're excited to bring it to you. But it's
a
lane
nice
1,
swim.
Orth with a 52.51. D'Souza Chen at a 54.69. Might just be a little off the time here, but Orth at a 52.51.
That time should pass through to finals. We expect anything under a 53 will make finals. 53 points, somewhere 53 something is where the break's going to be.
Well, in this crazy COVID year, what's your 5th time at Dixie State for a Utah swimming event since October?
Yes.
My 3rd since December.
So it's this is such an outstanding facility. The personnel here at Dixie State are so accommodating and great to work with. We really appreciate their hospitality, and they have built a fine facility, and they have been running it very well.
Like I said, and if you're a novice to swimming, you're spoiled by the fact that you're actually comfortable at a swim meet. Keep telling it to Vince Francis.
In heat 4, lane 1, Ryan Wood,
So in lane 6, that's Bjorkstead, Nate Bjorkstead from San Diego, Soul Swim Team. His best time is a 55, but he's going to go better than that today. And Bjorksted's in at a 52.85.
Oh, that Bjornstad. You know, it's interesting to watch where these go. Again, we're going to head to heat 5 of 9 and watch where those times start to come down. But it's always fun to see the early heats put up times you know they can come back.
Yes. So just because you're in an early heat doesn't mean that you can make it. We consistently have early heat winners make it through to finals.
So as we head to heat 5, I want to remind you that if you're watching the stream, you're trying to figure out how to get a full screen, do me a favor. Take the mouse, hover over the player, so the screen where you're watching, to see the title come up. You click on the title, it'll take you to our YouTube page where you can go full screen. If that's a little too much work, just go to youtube.com, go to search and put in High School Rewind and go to our page. You go to our page, you'll see it streaming live, then you can go full screen that way as well. The highschoolrewind.com is a lot easier than saying go to YouTube, search our High School Rewind, find our page, and hit play.
In lane number 1, Sebastian Run, Park City. Lane 2, Brian Meyer, Hillsborough. Lane 3, Cameron Robinson, BYU Graves. Lane 4, Bryce Cronhead, Lehigh. Lane 5, Brayton Fairbanks, Lehigh. And lane 6, Brandon Blackwood, Lehigh. Lane 7, Austin Corrales, Las Vegas Swimming. And in lane 8, Bryce Land, Sandpiper.
Woo, and that's Cameron Robinson with a 53.87. Just ahead of his best time.
So nice swim there by Robinson.
Swimmers, if you are in the 200-yard freestyle and you intend to scratch, please scratch now. As of now, we require 2 swim-offs, but if you are scratching the 200-yard freestyle, please let us know before that ends in the next 2 minutes.
Heat 6. In lane 1, Caleb Nashner, Almond and Riptides. Lane 2, Darren Seymour, Hillsborough. Lane 3, Eric Chamberlain, South Davis. Lane 4, Michael Spicer, Portland. Lane 5, Louis Steele, Bismarck. Lane 6, Kenyon John, Las Vegas Swim Club. Lane 7, Jordan Evans, Las Vegas Swim Club. And in lane 8, Andrew Ringo, Jeffco.
So, at the 50, close race. Everyone's out in a 25, but it's Nasher in lane 1 with a very slight lead.
And everyone should be dropping close to that cut line here as we're getting closer with 4 heats left. How about this? We're pretty straight across the pool. Watch out for the bottom lanes. Lane 8, 7, and 4. And it's going to be Ravegum in lane 8, 53.67. Evans behind him at a 53.84 in lane 4 with a 54.04. Always like, for whatever reason, the butterfly always brings those fun finishes. And that's when the Dan Hicks mode kicks in.
Yes. Remember, that's the exciting butterfly finish where you thought that Michael Phelps was done and somehow got it by that 1/100th at the end.
And one of the greatest memes ever about winners don't watch other people. I mean, if you haven't seen that one, go look it up. It's one of the best memes ever. If you follow any mental health performers or coaches, they always post that. At least, it feels like quarterly they post it. I know my buddy Riley Jensen, who's a mental health coach, he posts that thing. It feels like bi-monthly, where the swimmer's looking at Phelps and Phelps is looking at the wall.
Lane 1, Max Woodbury, Hillsborough. Lane 2, Caleb Keelan, UAB Raiders. Lane 3, Alexander Brown, Loveland. Lane 4, Katie Crouton, Dark Swimming. Lane 5, Kenneth Sugiantoro, Hillsborough. Lane 6, Adrian Clement, Portland. And in lane 8, Landry Hill, United Waters.
So out first, it's Griffin. Gruffron. He won the 200 fly. He's the third fastest seed here for the 100 fly from Davis.
Watch out for Adrian
Arden
Clement.
Racing Team. And he's racing now. He's going to win this Heat 7.
Well, watch out for Clement at the bottom, but it's going to be Gouffron at a 57.0 and Clement at a 59.2.
So 2 heats remaining.
Set to go ahead and close it. They got one more scratch.
So 2 heats
two
remaining,
scratches.
and we got some fast swimmers coming up. Carter Ruthven here in
So
this 8th heat, and then Anthony Puertas. Heat 8.
And lane 1, Benjamin Seeley. Lane 2, Elijah Whitney. Lane 3, Joshua Scallon. Lane 4, Carter Ruffin. Lane 5, Elijah Purdy. And lane 6, Scallon Lee. Lane 7, Lloyd Park. And lane 8, Grant Gibbs. Swimmers, event 13. The 200 freestyle is not closed. There have been 2 scratches in the top 24 positions. Swim-offs are not required. If you or your athlete may have been scratched in the evening swim, please check the clerk of course before leaving the venue. Again, there are 2 scratches in the 200 freestyle. Swim-offs are not required. And go to check the clerk of course before leaving to see if you are swimming and be scratched into this evening's finals.
So in lane 4, that's Ruthven from Loveland. His best time's a 49. He goes a 49.77 here. Out in lane 7, that's Park from Las Vegas with a 51, a best time for him. And Josh Scablin with a 52.18 in 3rd place in that heat. We'll see if that 52.18 holds for the A final. Probably going to take a 51, but not known for certain with one heat remaining. We've had 4 swimmers go 51 or better so far.
Downstairs.
Heat 9. In lane 1, Tanner Harmon. Lane 2, Kristen Johnson. Lane 3, Colton Agadeppa. Lane 4, Anthony Huertas. Lane 5, Aaron Sands. Lane 6, Cam Barney. Lane 7, Tyler Orr. And in lane 8, Skylar Finney.
So in the last heat of the 100 butterfly, it's Huertas way out ahead in lane 4. Look at that underwater going just over half the pool. Tony's best time is a 48. Close race for second in this heat, which will determine who makes it into the A final. Tony's going to be at a just under a 50 at a 49.66. So second is a 52.23. So Scavlin from the previous heat will make it through to finals. It looks like it'll take about a 52.3 to be in the A final, and somewhere in the 53s to make it back to the C final.
So we'll now have a 15-minute break as we transition to break for the medley relay. And the final times for the 400 IM. Alternates Logan Brown and Zachary Gray. In the C final, Chandler Iyer, Julian Champlin, Tanner Bent, Nathan Moore, Easton Smith, Julian Mosley, Austin Morales, and Dominic Tote. In the B final, Joshua Day, Jordan Evans, McKay Larson, Luke Field, Riley Quinton, Cooper Malone, Martin Johnson, and Russell Raymond Gavino. In the A final, Andrew Lemon, Charlie Simmons, Austin Metzler, Andrew Rango, John Gallo, Jacob Eccleston, Tanner Nelson, and the fastest qualifying time, Taylor Lewis. Gentlemen, it is 9:41. You have 30 minutes to declare your intent to scratch. Again, swimmers, we go through this 15-minute break as we get that transition. Please remember, if you're not in the pool, please have your mask on. As we've got to get through this weekend, just continue to be smart. Please have your mask on if you're not in the pool.
We will start the relays at 9:57.
Relays will begin at 9:57. Again, the relays will begin at 9:57. Attention swimmers. In lane 1, Portland Aquatic Club. Lane 3, OTAC. Lane 5, Boulder Swimming.
So close between lanes 3 and 5. That's OTAC in 3, Boulder Swimming in 5. Luke Johnson in the water for OTAC, and Jeremy Hansen for Boulder Swimming. And out in lane 1, that's Jake Wilson Goodwin, the backstroker for Portland. Luke Johnson out to the lead, a 54 split for Johnson. Zachary Wells now in the water for Orem. Kenan Desuzchen for Boulder, and it's James Crawford for Portland in lane 1.
Zachary Wells. Love to hand off to Jackson Greenwood. Seed time for OTAC of 3:46.62. And it's Boulder coming in now with Julian Champlin. Their seed time of 3:48.27. Julian Champlin, a 16-year-old. And now coming in for Boulder is going to be Dylan Covington. Boulder got a good lead here. Again, we talk about Boulder seat time at 3:48. We have 6 heats here of the medley relay. Fun way to conclude the morning. We're ready for the finals tonight for these men. And then the women's session coming up at 12:30. All right?
12:30. 3:43.51 for Boulder. Make the top 8 teams, probably going to take about a 3:32.
10, the Las Vegas Swim Club, Max Carlson, Kenyon Jolly, Kyle Davidian, Owen Carlson.
So in lane 1, that's the Lehigh Aquatics B team with Bryce Broadhead in the water, leading the backstroke after 3 lengths. Broadhead will turn over to David Ospina. So a 52 for Bryce Broadhead.
I want to apologize to every lane 7 swimmer we've had. My seats had the bar right on that lane. There's lane 1. Nice finisher from Lehigh Aquatics with David Ospina.
But with the fastest breaststroke, it appears Cache Valley Marlins, Spencer Bernhardt, trying to take the lead from lane 5. He was out in a 27 for his first 50 at breaststroke. So a nice breaststroke by Bernhardt, the 17-year-old. He split under 2 minutes. I mean, under a minute. He split a 59 for his 100 breast. So now that's Tavin Dubin in the water for Cache Valley. Pursued closely by Jeffco's James Appleton. Correction, that's Jackson Trout now doing the butterfly for Jeffco.
How about lane 3? Jackson Trout at Jeffco. Put some pressure on Tavin Dubin as we now go to the anchors. Lane 3 and lane 5, it's McCormick McShane and Tyson Farnsworth.
McShane had a nice start.
Well, look out of lane 1. Braden Scott had a strong first 25. And now we go to the final 50. It is Tyson Farnsworth. Got a bit of a lead there.
But lane 1 giving chase.
We come to the final 25. Lane 1 and lane 5. And it's going to look like Cache Valley Marlins maybe just hanging on. The 140-43. Probably 3:43.
So Cache Valley with the fastest time thus far at a 3:40.43. Again, we're thinking the top 8 teams will all be close to 3:30, probably about a 3:32 to be in the top 8. This only at time finals, just swimming the relays and prelims this morning.
As we now head to the 3rd heat.
Heat 3. In lane 1, Bluefin Aquatics, Daniel Toad, Russell, Raymond Gavino, Keanu Lee, and Dominic Toad. In lane 3, Hillsboro, Peter Escola, Zachary Gray, Ryan Meyer, and Benjamin Seeley. In lane 5, Omelet and Riptide, Grant Lindholm, Connor Orr, Caleb Nashker, and Donald Bird. In lane 7, Hilltop Aquatics Swim Team, Joshua Day, Marcus Graham, Chandler Iyer, and Nathan Moyer.
So out in lane 1, that's Bluefin's Daniel Toth in the lead. He was out in the 25.99.
So Toth comes in. It's Russell Raymond Gavino. And now in for Bluefin. Gavino still holding that lead.
Lane 1 continues to lead with Gavino doing the breaststroke.
Oh, look out on lane 5. And that is Connor Orth for Almaden Riptides. Coming on strong as well. And now it is lane 5 taking the lead. With Almaden as Caleb Nashner comes in. Up in lane 1, Keanu Lee with Bluefin. As we've got a tight pool here. Lane 1, 3, and 5. Still within striking distance for when the anchors come in.
Lane 3 with some nice underwaters. But it's lane 1 taking the right time. They're all three right there, 1, 3, 5.
And in there for Hillsboro is Ryan Mayer.
Another great underwater for lane 3. That's Ryan Marr.
So now coming in is Benjamin Seeley in lane 3. In lane 1, Dominic Toth. And in lane 5, Donovan Burke.
So
quick to the wall there for Dominic Toth.
Bluefin was a 10th ahead going into the freestyle, but it's still very even after the first 50.
Can Toth hang on?
They've increased that lead to 0.4.
That lane 3 still hanging right there. Hillsboro's Benjamin Seeley on the final wall. Toth of maybe a swimmer's cap lead. And can Toth hang on? And he will. A 3:35.71.
So that's post your fastest time thus far. Half a second ahead of Hillsboro.
Swimmers and coaches, event 15, the 400 image medley is now closed. There have been 2 scratches in the top 24 positions. If you or your athlete made a scratch in the evening swim, please see the clerk of course before leaving the venue. And 2 scratches in the top 24 in the 400 IM. Please go see the clerk of course if you or your swimmer have now been scratched into the evening's finals. Salisbury and James Richter. In lane 5, BYU Rays and James Tobiason. McFade Larson, Elijah Whitney, and Isaac Vaughn. In lane 7, Las Vegas Swim Club, John Gallup, Jordan Evans, Roy Park, and John Christ.
So John Gallup from Las Vegas Swim Club in lane 7 out to the early lead. He splits a 24 of his first 50. It's Tanner Harmon for BYUV Rays in lane 5. So here comes Gallup with the early lead.
We got some time to make up as Jordan Evans now in for Las Vegas.
So Las Vegas with a 3-second lead after the backstroke based on the 50 point by John Gallup. McKay Larson trying to chase down Jordan Evans. Evans out in a 26.84 for his first 50. Larson in a 27.33. Be interested to see if Larson can break a minute for his 100 split.
And Evans, the 15-year-old, he's got a good split going himself here, as he'll be heading over to Roy Park. And in comes McKay, as Elijah Whitney now in the pool for BYUV Rays.
The 32.38. That splits a 59.71, so under a minute for the split for McKay.
So now and again, Roy Park for Las Vegas, Elijah Whitney in for BYUV Rays, Aiden Salisbury in lane 3 for Fish Market, and Evan Baker in lane 1 for Loveland.
Las Vegas having a great race. Salisbury trying to catch Whitney. The anchor in, John Christ for Las Vegas. It's Isaac Vaughn. Isaac had a great split yesterday, went a 21 for his 50 free on the relay. Let's see what he does here today.
John Christ in for Las Vegas. Right now, Las Vegas going to come in with the 2 heats to go. They're going to have the top
So
time.
they're going to have a nice time.
And that is a 3:28.32 for Las Vegas.
At 3:35.43. So that means 3:35.43. So Isaac's split was a 48.8. Nice freestyle by Isaac Vaughn.
And now to the final heat of our morning session.
No, we have 2 left.
Oh, I flipped over. I was ahead. See? We just exchanged pleasantries here. So heat 5 of 6. So we're going to clear the bulkhead before bringing on the next relays.
Heat 5. In lane 1, dark swimming, Charles Fleming, Spencer Arroyo, Bryson Schmidt, and Jonah San Gabriel. In lane 3, Hilltop, white swim team, with Davis Miller, Nick Anderson, Caleb Wynn, and Andrew Lehigh. In lane 5, Ethan Lehigh White, Ethan Brown, Michael King, Cam Barney, and Landry Hill. In lane 7, Southern Utah Swimming Association, Maxwell Morley, Dallas Schimbeck, Grant Gibbs, and Earl Hill.
So still close on the backstroke. 1, 3, and 5, the final backstroke turn. Lane 5 with a slight lead, that's Lehigh's Ethan Brown. He'll turn over to Michael King.
Lane 5.
Michael King out in a 26.89 for his breaststroke leg. Again, 3:28.32, the fastest thus far, coming from Las Vegas Swim Club in Heat 4.
And this Lehigh A relay, and it's a good relay. You look at some of the swimmers we've covered over the years, Cam Barney and Landry Hill. As Cam Barney comes into the pool.
So Michael King splitting a 57 on the breaststroke. Cam Barney in the water now for Lehigh in the lead. Lane 3, that's Caleb Wynn. Caleb, has a tie in the 50 in the 200 freestyle, and a forthcoming time trial, meaning swim off.
So Barney will be heading off to Landry Hill. Landry, a very good sprinter. Again, the time to eclipse here. And obviously you want to drop as much as you can. 3:28.32 from Las Vegas. Is Hill on that final turn? How low will Lehigh take this down? It'll be a 3:30.05. And so Las Vegas still holding it here.
So Las Vegas still has the fastest time. Lehigh in second.
Swimmers and coaches, event 17, the 100-yard butterfly is now closed. There have been no scratches in the top 24 positions. There have been no scratches in the 100-yard butterfly final.
It's been overcast all morning. Now that sun's starting to come through. Hopefully the stream not getting washed out here.
Not sure if Loveland changed their lineup or not, but scheduled to swim were both Lewis and Eccleston.
Heat 6.
swapped.
In lane 1, Loveland Swim Club, Jacob Beckinston, Martin Johnson, Carter Rubin, and Baylor Lewis. In lane 3, BYU Rays, Trevin Staker, Tanner Nelson, Caleb Leland, and Cam Robinson. In lane 5, Fish Market, Jacob Rickey, Charlie Simmons, Lucas Gill, and Logan Brown. In lane 7, Hillsborough, with Max Whitmore, Jake Meyer, Kenneth Sugiantoro, and Elijah Murray.
So it's Maxwell Woodbury in 7, Jacob Reese in 5, and that's Gage Tobiasen, who's swimming for BYUV Rays. Gage had the great 100 backstroke, made the final, qualified 4th in the backstroke, and so he made the A relay. So they all comes in at 51 and 52s. So 52.42 for Gage. And Tanner Nelson now in. So we expect BYUV Rays to take the lead based on Nelson's breaststroke. Strong breaststroke by lane 7, that's Jake Marr.
Well, you got to look down here at the bottom, though. Jake Meyer.
But Nelson out in a 26.1.
But Meyer kind of up on Tanner's heels right now. Not going to say he's out split him, but he's right there with him.
So
Caleb Phelan will be coming in next for BYUV Rays. Sugi and Toro will come in for Hillsborough.
So that's a 55.98. So a 55 split from Tanner. He'll take that. But here comes Loveland's Carter Ruthven. We know he can do the butterfly.
Ruthven never going to be watching
So Caleb
Baylor Lewis.
Phelan trying to hold on, turning over to Cameron Robinson. It's going to be close.
So in comes Cameron Robinson and Baylor Lewis. They're pretty even on that, where they got the start. Can Robinson keep up with Lewis, who's had a terrific first couple of days here at the Swimvitational?
Yeah.
And it's Lewis maybe with the slightest of advantages coming off this wall. No, it is Robinson.
By just 800ths, Cameron Robinson out in a 23.0, but Lewis out in a 22.
Hey, if you want a race to finish, how about a race?
This is going to be a race. So it's Cameron Robinson and Baylor Lewis. Cameron Robinson, Baylor Lewis.
Lewis and Lewis maybe just by tenths of a second. It's a 3:27.21 and a 3:27.29. Terrific effort from Lewis and Robinson. And it's Loveland getting the points on the relay.
So that's Loveland just barely. Nice split by Cameron Robinson, who went a 46.6.
Well, your overall thoughts that we saw this morning?
Well, it was some fun races. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to Baylor Lewis and Tanner Nelson being in the same heat. They qualified within 2/100ths of one another in the 400 IM, swimming in separate heats. That will be the race of the night for tonight, but there were some other great swims. People are dropping times. Exciting relays, down less than 1/10 of a second to the last relay, so it doesn't get better than that. We'll have the girls' prelims coming up here in a couple of hours. We'll be on the air just before 12:30, and we look forward to another great session.
Going to have a lot of fun. Hope you've been able to enjoy the stream here on highschoolrewind.com. We'll be back with the girls' session. It starts at 12:30. Stream will start at about 12:15. But for Paul and Shelley Larson and for Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching the 2021 Swimvitational